friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I figured I would do a bit of a chill video. It is dark and stormy here and raining. I don't know if you can hear that rain, but it's raining and I'm in my pajamas still. I've just made myself a cup of tea and I thought it would be nice to do a little bit of a repot kind of video. So grab yourself a cup of tea, maybe some snacks, and let's have some chill out repot time. If you don't know me already, my name is Emma and I make houseplanty content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my houseplanty journey and learn something along the way, stick around, watch some of my videos, and subscribe to my channel. Right, let's get into this repot. I just really want to upgrade a single plant in my collection, and it is my Marble Queen pothos. Take it down, add some more cuttings in because I propagated it a while ago and I want to put those in as well. Give it a bit of a bigger pot because I don't know if I've ever repotted this one in like 4 years. Maybe I have. I'm not sure, but I think it definitely needs a refresh. It's been drying out so freaking quickly. I mean, it's been summer, but it's been drying so fast, faster than so many of my other plants. So I feel like it just needs a refresh. So we're gonna be doing that today. So this is the before. Let me turn this light on because it's so freaking dark. Changes the color of everything, but this is her before, and I put her up here basically when we moved in, which was a year ago, and she has definitely filled out a lot since. But where I trimmed her there, all of that new growth is green. I'm not sure why, but it is. I mean, all of this is still really nicely variegated, so it has a chance, but it definitely looks like it needs a repot, and this pot is like too small for this vessel, so it's like standing on something in there. So I'm just gonna give it a full-on upgrade, and hopefully it'll look a little bit nicer in this space and be a little bit of a happier plant and fill out a little bit more. So let's take her down. So I think this is the pot I'm gonna upgrade into. You can see it is just that little bit bigger, which I think will benefit. Yeah, because it was sitting on top of a nursery pot in there, which it really didn't need to be. I mean, it did to fit, but let's get rid of that. Put out the potting mat. So these are the cuttings that I want to add in. I took these from her ages and ages and ages ago, water propagated them, and then I put them in soil so they could like acclimate to soil life before putting them back in here. I'm pretty sure that was like maybe 6 months to 9 months ago, so been definitely procrastinating on that. But these are definitely ready to go in, I think. Yeah, look. They've got roots coming out the bottom. Definitely ready. And then this one also has some roots coming out of the bottom. Not loads, but as you can see, it's like really dry. Oh yeah. Look at those. Those are gorgeous roots. Who doesn't love a bit of root porn? I know I do. But I think she definitely deserves a bit of a refresh. So I'm just gonna kind of massage the roots a little bit. It's been like super stormy in the UK over the past few days, like proper lightning thunderstorms. So that's fun. We saw loads of lightning last night. I think summer's officially over, which is kind of sad because I love summer so much. And I miss it. I'm gonna miss the sunshine, which is kind of sad. So I think that's okay. I'm not gonna massage them too much because the soil that they're in is like, it's fine, and none of these are rotted roots, so I'm not worried about that, but I am gonna give it some fresh stuff. My usual Soil Ninja, Monstera, and Philodendron, which is what I use for pretty much like my general houseplant base mix. I think it works really, really well for a base mix, and a lot of my aroids really like it, so it's fine. Oh yeah, look at them. Oh, spilling soil everywhere. Beautiful. Very wet, but beautiful. I think I probably watered this one yesterday or something, and so it's very, very wet. But I think this is going to be a great addition to this plant because it kind of got, like, it lost a lot of its leaves kind of at the base of it through just like underwatering, I think, because it was just drying out so fast and I couldn't keep up with it as much as I wanted to. So I think adding some of that in there is going to really fill it out at the bottom, which will be quite nice. So let us do that. So we've got a nice layer of soil at the bottom, and then just gonna put that whole root ball in, and that whole root ball in next to it, I guess. Should I? Sorry, it's all very tangled. This is a very long plant now. I'm kind of tempted to wrap this section around because there's so many leaves and kind of bury it underneath the soil, because that will give it like even more chance to root along that whole section, and again fill out the bottom a little bit more. So I've just wrapped that around, which I think is gonna be really good for it. And I might do the same with this one, which isn't as long, but it's still got some in there. Yeah, that can wrap around a little bit. But this weather just makes me like a little bit depressed. I think I have a bit of seasonal affective disorder, which just means when there's no sun that I get sad. Which is like, I'm basically just a plant with slightly higher needs. Maybe that's why I get along with them so well, because I'm essentially one of them. And I know there's that funny meme where it's like, you're basically a plant. Give yourself sunshine and water. Which is how I feel a lot of the time. I need to give myself sunshine and water, and in the UK, especially in the winter, that tends to be a little bit more difficult because we just don't have the sun. How are you doing? Is the weather changing where all of you are yet? I hope not. I hope you're getting like the last bits of summer. I know where my parents live in California, they're having a friggin' heat wave at the minute, so it's like 99 Fahrenheit in the day, 80 in the night. So like it's not cooling down, which is pretty crazy. And like they're being told not to water their gardens because it's so hot and they're in a drought. So I mean, their experience of right now is very different than mine, which I find so interesting. That different places in the world experience things so differently. It just shows how like big the world is. Are you still in like high summer, or have you kind of transitioned into autumn like we have here in the UK? It has been cloudy for like 4 days straight, and it has made me a little bit sad, mourning the loss of summer, which, I mean, it will be summer again, but not for like another 6 months, so it's fine. It's just, it's something we all need to go through, and I know we need periods of winter, and it's like, it's really nice to be cozy. Like, I'm loving sitting here in my pajamas repotting a plant with all of my grow lights on at 11:30 in the morning. And I've had like hot drinks, and like that's really nice, and like putting on a blanket is nice. I like that sort of like cozy vibes, but at the same time I think I like summer and sunshine a little bit more, so it's fine. So that is looking pretty good. It's looking like a much fuller pot now. a lot less scraggly at the top, and I think wrapping those vines around at the base will be really helpful, just to hopefully make it a little bit more concentrated at the base. But I'm going to put the pot back up and like spend some time arranging the vines and getting them back to looking nice. Yeah. You gonna help out, Cleo? You gonna help me out by smelling all my pots? Are they okay? You want lunch, don't you? Let me just finish doing this and I will feed you, okay? So I have these really big J hooks, which I really like. I think they look really nice. They were massively expensive, so probably not worth the price I paid for them, but I think they're pretty, and so we keep them. And then I have these little clips, which I think might be for like putting wires to the wall, but I've used them for wires for my grow light, but also to bring my plants up along the wall. So I have several up there from before. I think they should be fine where they are. I have never tried to take them off the wall, so I don't know if they removed the paint, but luckily I haven't had any issues with them falling down at all. I don't think a single one has fallen, and I have them supporting all of the vines throughout the entire section here, so I find they work really well. I've heard other people have bad experiences with them, and I'm lucky enough that we own our flat and I don't need to worry about the peeling paint. I mean, technically you wouldn't either if you rented. As long as you had the paint and you could paint over it before you moved out, it should be fine. But just something to be aware of, they might peel off the paint. So I'm not planning on taking them down anytime soon. This goes in like that. And then I'm just going to bring the vines up and along the ceiling. So I definitely lost some of the length I had because I wound those vines around, but honestly, I think it looks so much better being a bit fuller like this at the bottom, and hopefully these small little ones down here that I put in will grow well soon. But I think it looks really nice, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get variegation back in that, so I might end up chopping it back more. So like back to where I chopped it previously and hopefully get variegation out of it. But at the same time, vines are vines, and if they look pretty, they look pretty. So that is it. That is my little makeover of my marble queen. I know it wasn't something very intense, but I just needed to do a bit of a chill, relaxing video today because the weather is absolutely dreadful outside, and so I felt like calm and cozy was the right vibes. Hopefully you enjoyed like a cup of tea or something with it, a nice hot drink, cuddled up and enjoyed yourself. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up down below and leave a comment on other houseplanty things you'd like me to talk about in the future, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!